Episode number 3 begins on planet Eritis, and for the first time we get to see the command center from the outside. I must say that this design has been one of the best I have seen for a command center that is basically also a spaceship. All the details it has are excellent, and we know that this is also created with special effects, so we must admire all the texture details. Inside this command center we can see Javi trying to play the guitar again, but we realize that he no longer has the delicacy to be able to do it, besides the little control he has of his new arm. In the other room are Billy, Ian, and Amelia trying to repair the morphers, while Billy tells his stories of the past to show the Rangers that sometimes power is lost and can also be recovered. Amelia asks him if he has any ideas, and Billy tells her that his abilities don't compare at all to the Morphin Masters, but he's going to take care of it. Remember that the last time the Rangers ran out of powers, it was the Morphin Masters themselves who gave those powers back to him by rebuilding the statues. The Rangers get the idea to place the antenna that Zyto used to communicate with Rafkon outside to try to communicate with Earth. But Ian is frustrated and Amelia asks him to go cook so he can calm down. Then we can see that Javi destroyed his guitar strings, and Billy tells him that he will help him, but he must tell him when they are tuned. In another room we can see Izzy and Fern, both of whom find the plans for the command center and realize that they are plans to turn it into a spaceship. Ian is upset because he can't find anything to cook, so he decides to join the Rangers to go outside to look for food while they put up the antenna. Fern wanted to join the Rangers, but Izzy is too scared and asks him to stay inside the command center since they won't be able to protect her. Billy begins to realize that the Red Morphin Master's staff may be an energy conductor, so this may help him connect the Rangers to the grid somehow. Outside the command center, the Rangers are setting up the antenna, while Ian continues to gather food, and then the danger begins. Ian finds giant eggs, and suddenly one of those eggs hatches. The egg belonged to some kind of giant worm that starts attacking Ian, and Ian accidentally throws it into the food. After eating everything, it turns into a very big monster which is still hungry, and Amelia together with Ian start to confront it. Although the Rangers now have no powers, they can still use weapons, so they both summon them to fight the monster. Javi begins to help the Rangers fight the monster and uses his arm to give it a strong blow that sends it far away. With this he realizes that his arm is very strong and explains why it is not difficult for him to control it. With the antenna connected, the Rangers are able to tune in to Buzz Blast and begin to see all the disaster that is happening on Earth. From here we start to hear that many Power Rangers teams are fighting around the world, but unfortunately something was affecting their Zords. Lord Zed had created a force field all over the Earth that affects the Zords, so the Rangers couldn't travel to Earth, even though they get new powers to pilot their Zords. Then we can see that Ollie starts to trick his mother, and she shows him a message from Mick which says that he managed to find Zyto's energy trail on a planet called Lavina. Ollie shows his real plan to his mother, which is to find Zyto first so that the Rangers can also reach that planet and he can destroy them. At the command center, Amelia had to talk to Ian as he is very desperate for his friend Zyto, and she gives him some words to cheer him up. Later the Rangers realize that the monster is back, so they must confront him before he hurts the command center. Billy can't help them as he is still locked up somewhere else working with the new morphers, so the Rangers must face this monster without the Morphin. Ian realizes that the monster is chasing him since his apron smells like food, so he starts using it to confuse it. Then he looks for the food and a bicycle in the command center to make the monster chase him and get him away from that place. On Lord Zed's ship, We can see some monsters dancing to record a video for social media, something that reminds us a lot of the typical TikTok dances. Ollie arrives and shows Lord Zed Mix's video, but then Zed asks Scrozzle to give the gift to Ollie. At that moment we can't see the gift, but later we can see it, and now Ollie asks Lord Zed to give him a team to accomplish the mission, but he only gets the group of monsters that were dancing for the video. In the command center, the Rangers celebrate because they were able to get the monster away, and now it won't come back because they repaired the ventilation in the kitchen so that the smell wouldn't come out. At that moment, Billy arrives with some kind of mechanism that uses the Morphin Master's staff to connect the new morphers to the grid. At this moment, we can see that there are 6 morphers, basically one for each ranger, which includes Amelia, Javi, Izzy, Ollie, Ian, and Zyto. Then Billy answers a question that many fans had before the premiere of the series, and they wanted to know why the morphers had the head of a dinosaur if it was going to be a cosmic power. The answer was very simple, and that is that basically Billy wanted to stick with the dinosaur theme because it felt right. I think Billy did too, because of the fact that the Mighty Morphin team also uses some dinosaurs, so this makes it feel familiar. The new morphers quickly connect to the Rangers' teleporters, so they basically automatically connect to the Rangers and their connection to the grid. This is why the morphers automatically teleport to each Ranger's arm, and it is the first time we can see these morphers in the series with all the special effects. When this morpher was revealed in the photos published by the producer of the series, it was something incredible for all the fans, and no one can deny that they look amazing. These are the first original Power Rangers morphers, and this is why they are the only ones with the franchise logo. Billy explains to the Rangers that he was able to use the residual energy from the Dino Keys to create these morphers, but since no one understands the whole explanation, he prefers to show them how they work. He then turns on the machine so that the staff opens the grid, and this causes new keys to be created in the form of spheres. These spheres are the new connection to the grid and basically do the same job as the Dino Keys did. The spheres must be connected to the morpher, and with this the Rangers can access the grid to morph. Each Ranger receives a sphere, but Solon holds 2 of these spheres since one is supposed to be for Zyto and the other for Ollie. Billy explains that they must open the lid and put the orb or sphere in the morpher for everything to work. After this we can see the first Morphin of the new cosmic power and the last new Morphin of Power Rangers history.